And we're back for another episode. In this episode we're going to carry on our Disciples of the Hand, and we're going to be leveling Carpenter today. I'm going to be aiming to go between 30 to 35. I'm obviously not going to do the whole thing in this video, but I'll just give you the basic idea of what I do. So basically between 30 and 35 I'm only doing trade leaves in Costa Del Sol, and the reason why is because it seems like they give the most experience. So by doing them here as well, you get the option to do every single class. So if I quickly show you, you go to trade craft leaves, and every single craft has got leaves available. Whereas if you accept leaves in the major cities, you will only get leaves for the guilds which actually exist in that town. So for example, in Limsa you'll only get Blacksmith, Armorsmith and Culinarian, and in Uldar you only get Goldsmith, Alchemy, Weaver, and in Gridania you'll only get Carpenter and Leatherworker. So, and again, as with the Quarry Mill video, the previous video, I'm only aiming for leaves that have this card, this older woman and younger woman. The reason why is because they allow you to turn in multiple items, but then they allow you to turn that in multiple times. So for example, this one for Culinarian, the Soul Survivor, I need to turn in 3 servings of baked soul, but it will allow me to turn it in 3 times, which means I can turn it in 9 times. So given it's 17,670 experience points, or 243 gil, if you times that by 3, because let's say you turn in high quality, you get triple the reward, so you times that by 3, but then because you can turn that in 3 times, you times that by 3 again, so you times it by 9. So that number times by 9 is 159,030 experience points and 2,241 gil. So from this one leave allowance, it would actually give me 159,000 experience, which when you compare that to the level, so as you can see here I'm a 31 Carpenter, I only need 175,000 for the entire level. So the actual leave I'm going to do today for Carpenter is called well, I've already accepted it actually. It's called the Long Lance of the Law. This one actually gives 13,887 experience, which means times that by 9 you get 124,983 experience, and also 3,969 gil for turning in the one leave allowance. So as I've already accepted it, so I'm going to quickly go ahead and make the crafts. So as always, I'm going to be using the what I've now started to call the Mithrie method to get my high quality items. So what I need to make for this item is something called steel halberds. So if I quickly look at that, so steel halberds, where are they? Here you go, steel halberd. So I required to get walnut lumber, algot leather, steel ingot, iron ingot. Now the good thing is that because all of my professions are level 30 plus, I can make all of this myself. So because I need 9, I need to make 9 of each. What I'm going to do for the sake of this video though, I'm only going to make 3 of each, so that to save time, you don't need to watch me making 9. So I need to now make 3 algot levers, 3 steel ingots and 3 iron ingots. So I better get on with it. So first things first, I'll switch to Leatherworker and make the algot lever. My Leatherworker at the moment is actually 36. So I've already got Blacksmith, Goldsmith, Leatherworker finished in this area, and I will just do the rest before I move on to the next zone. So yeah, so let me quickly look. Let's see, algot lever. Here it is. So I'm only going to make 3 of them. So let's see, Goatskin, Aluminium, and again using high quality materials as always where possible. So starting off in a quiet, and then great strides, and then it hasn't turned red, so I'm going to use steady hand, Now it has turned red, so I'm going to use standard touch. As you can see, that flew up because my level is way above the requirement for this item. So again, great strides, and I'm just going to hit standard touch straight away because I'm pretty much done. So now that I'm 100%, I'm just going to hit careful synthesis straight away. There you go, done. So very straightforward, 100% chance to get high quality and straight into it. So just 2 more. So again, inner quiet, great strides, not turned red, so steady hand. Still not red, but to be honest, it's such a low level item, I'm just going to hit standard touch anyway. And then great strides, has turned red, which is a benefit, so standard touch. And then careful synthesis, finish it off. Now one new ability that you do get at level 31 is standard synthesis, and this is amazing because it says efficiency 150%, success rate 90. When you compare that to basic synthesis, that's 100% efficiency, 90% success. So it's a whole 50% extra efficiency for your synthesis. The only difference is that this one will cost you 15 CP, whereas this one won't cost you any. So it's up to you really which one you do. So I've made 2 Algot levers, I just need to make 1 more. So inner quiet, great strides, hasn't turned red, so steady hand. Hasn't turned red, but whatever. It's important to use steady hand anyway because of the extra 20% success rate. I find it is very useful at all levels. So again, great strides, standard touch. I am calling this the Mithrie method because I do this every single time, and it works nearly every single time as well. Okay, so I've made my 3 levers. Now I need to make 3 steel ingots and 3 iron ingots. So I've now switched to Blacksmith. So I'll make the steel first. So I'm going to use 2 iron ores. I'm going to use a normal bomb ash because I've become fairly good at making steel ingots at my level. So if I synthesize that, so inner quiet. It's only like really important to use high quality everything if you're around the same level, but in my case, because I far exceed it, it's okay for me to start using normal materials. So because this has turned red straight away and I haven't hit great strides yet, I will hit Tricks of the Trade straight away and restore 20 CP. Then I will hit, oh crap, sorry, I hit the wrong ability. Then I would hit Great Strides. Oh, that ability is unfortunate because it's just drained 160 CP for no reason. But whatever, it's turned red, so I'll hit Standard Touch. Okay, and then... Wow, that really messed up this synthesis, but it can happen. Accidents do happen, so... Anyway, so that's that's really unfortunate, so that messed this up completely. So anyway, if I just hit Careful Synthesis... Wow, that was such a waste. Okay, let me try again, and hopefully this time I won't waste the CP. So, Inner Quiet, Great Strides, hasn't turned red, Steady Hand, hasn't turned red, so I'll use Waste Not. Has turned red now. There's only one move left on Great Strides, so I must press Standard Touch. Okay. Then Great Strides, Standard Touch, because we're running out of CP, and then it's turned red. I don't have Great Strides up, so I'll hit Tricks of the Trade, Great Strides, Standard Touch, failed, which is unfortunate. I will use Rumination. That's given me back 25, so I'll hit Basic Touch. Failed again. It's just one of those cursed items, so Careful Synthesis. So we made a high quality anyway, so I just need to make 2 more. So, iron ore. Okay, so Inner Quiet, Great Strides, I'll then use Steady Hand because it hasn't turned good condition. And then you haven't turned red yet, so I'll use Waste Not. Has turned red, so I have to hit Standard Touch anyway because there's only one move left on Great Strides. Then Great Strides again. Didn't turn red, so whatever, I hit Standard Touch because I'm running out of CP. And then Great Strides. Rumination because I'm out of CP. Has turned red, which is lucky, so then Standard Touch. There you go, 98% chance to make high quality. So then I use Careful Synthesis, and that's 98% given that I'm not using completely high quality materials. I am using one normal. So, because I'm using 2 high quality iron ingots for 1 normal alumine. No, sorry, 1 normal bomb ash, which I could use high quality if I want, but I'm saving them. So, Synthesis, Inner Quiet, Great Strides, hasn't turned red, Steady Hand, hasn't turned red, Waste Not, has turned red, so I use Standard Touch. So you'd be surprised how often this seems to work. So again, Straight Strides, Standard Touch. So that's why I'm calling it the Mithrie method, because it seems to be a consistent way of getting high quality. Now in this situation, it's unfortunate that it's turned excellent because I don't actually have enough CP to increase the quality. So I'll hit Rumination, and then I will use... I'm just going to try Standard Touch anyway, you never know. That failed because it was poor quality, so it's more likely to fail. So I'll just hit Careful Synthesis. It won't go well all the time, you know, there will be instances like this where there's nothing you can do and it will just fail, and all you do then is try again. So, Inner Quiet, but I would say most of the time this is a consistent way of doing it. I hit Tricks of the Trade because I didn't have Great Strides up, so Great Strides, Steady Hand because it's not red, Waste Not because it's not red, still not red, which is just bad luck, I have to hit Standard Touch. And then Great Strides, hasn't turned red, seems to be one of those cursed items. Now it has turned red, but I haven't got Great Strides, so I will hit Tricks of the Trade. And then Great Strides, has turned red, so Standard Touch. There you go, 94% high quality, Careful Synthesis. So it can literally just be the last time you use touch that gets you the rest of the way. Okay, so I've now made 3 steel ingots, so now I need to make 3 iron ingots. So there you go, iron ingot. There you go. So, Inner Quiet, Great Strides. If you watch the other videos, you should be able to follow me as I do this quicker and quicker, because it is the same routine over and over again. So, it has turned red, thank God, so Standard Touch. Okay, and because it's a low level item, that's why the quality goes up so much quicker. And Careful Synthesis, because I've already 100%. So 2 more iron ingots to go, so there you go. And the reason I'm making all these high quality materials is just to make sure that when I make the steel halberds, it does it, like, I'm more likely to just get high quality consistently without wasting money. So Standard Touch because it turned red, that was bad luck because I didn't have Steady Hand up. So this time I will hit Steady Hand. Didn't turn red, but there's only 1 move on Great Strides left. The good thing is that if you use touch and it fails, it will not cancel Great Strides, so you don't have to recast it. So Standard Touch has turned red, but I haven't got Great Strides, so I use Trickers of the Trade. And the reason why is because the durability is really low, so I can't afford to just hit touch every single time it turns red, otherwise the durability will leave. So Great Strides, hasn't turned red, so I use Waste Not. Has turned red, thank God, so I use Standard Touch. 100% chance to make high quality, so Careful Synthesis. And I use Careful Synthesis because it's 100% success rate, and it's enough to get me all the way. So it does make it easier at this level, that's for sure. So I need to make 1 more iron ingot. Another thing to know as well basically is that you can drag any item you like and throw it onto your hotbar, and it will tell you how many you have in your bags regardless how many stacks. So if I had like 4 stacks of 99, it would actually say times 396. It wouldn't split it or anything, it would just tell you exactly how many are in your bags. So that I do that to make sure I know how many materials I've made. So inner quiet, great strides, excellent this time, so I'll hit standard touch, hopefully it'll work. There you go, 100% straight away, because excellent just gives you a huge boost to your quality increase along with great strides if it's successful. And then careful synthesis. There you go, iron ingot, so that's iron ingot number 3. So now I will make the steel halberd. Steel halberd, where is it? Okay. Oh no, sorry, the steel halberds is actually a carpenter, because we're doing carpentry, we're not doing blacksmith. So here you go, steel halberd. I've got the materials, so high quality, high quality, high quality, high quality, synthesize, and then same routine. Inner quiet, great strides, has turned red, so touch, hopefully it won't fail. And then great strides, hasn't turned red, so steady hand, hasn't turned red, so waste not. I'll only aim to use steady hand and waste not at least once, not twice. So in this situation I have to use touch again because I've only got 1 great strides left as usual. There you go. So it's got me to 86%. This time I am going to hit standard touch straight away just because the condition is excellent, so I might as well try my luck. There you go, 100%. So now I'm out of CP, I've got 100%, but I've got 50 durability left, which is really nice. So I hit rumination to get as much CP back as possible and get rid of the poor condition. I will then now use standard synthesis because it will do a lot more for me. And hitting rumination as well got me back to 44 CP, which is enough to hit this more than once. So standard synthesis. There you go, huge boost to the progress, just one ability. That's the value of it. Now it's turned red, so I'll hit Tricks of the Trade because I'm already at 100% and I could use that extra CP. So there you go, Tricks of the Trade, back to normal, 49 CP. So now standard synthesis again. There you go, done. High quality steel Halberd, like 9,000 experience just for making it. So if I make 2 more for the sake of this leave. Again, inner quiet. Has turned red, but it's too early for it to turn red, so I hit Tricks of the Trade. And then great strides. So I am following these same rules every single time, as you can see. Steady hand. Waste not. Hasn't turned red, which is bad luck. Only 1 move left and great strides, so standard touch. So this is my rotation. This is how I do crafting. You don't have to do it this way, it's just what I find is consistent. So in this case there is still 2 more moves on great strides, so I'll hit standard synthesis for 2 reasons. One is to just get the progress up, but also to give it another chance to turn red. Still hasn't happened, so I'll just hit this time observe, and now it's turned excellent. So I have to try my luck. Hopefully it won't fail, so I'll do standard touch. And there you go, straight to 100, and then I will hit steady hand, and then I have 2 little CP to use standard synthesis, so I'll hit rumination, and that got me back to 35, and then standard synthesis. So it's always about thinking about like what buttons have you got left, how much durability CP do you have left to just get that high quality item made. So following my method, you should be doing it consistently at this point if you followed all my other videos. So for the last item, synthesize. Okay, starting as normal, inner quiet. Has turned red, but it's too early, so Tricks of the Trade. And then great strides. Hasn't turned red, so steady hand. Has turned red, so I'll use standard touch. And then again, great strides. Has turned red, which is ideal, so again standard touch. 98%. I'll hit randomly basic touch just because I only need 2% more. Okay, has turned red, so I hit Tricks of the Trade. I don't really need it, but whatever. And then standard synthesis. Standard synthesis. There you go. So just from making all these items, we've made quite a lot of experience points, to be honest, because it's 5,000 for making the item, and I made 3 of them, so that's 15,000. I got another 4,102 bonus because it was the first time I made it. So just by making these 3 Halberds, I got 20,000 experience points. And then I also got a bunch of experience points for actually just crafting the materials. Okay, so I've now made 3 high quality steel Halberds. I actually need 9, but like I said, I'm not going to make them for the sake of this video. And then the good thing about here in Costa del Sol as well is that this person gives you the tradecraft leaves, and you turn in the items to this person standing right next to him, so no travelling involved. So if I turn in this leave, so they want me to give in the 3 high quality steel Halberds, so there you go, hand over, hand over, hand over, hand over. Do you really want to trade high quality items? Yes. Okay, 200% bonus. There you go. Something like 40,000 experience and 1,200 gil. And that's only for turning it in once. Now remember, I could turn this in 2 more times. So now he will ask, do you want to turn in additional items? Yes, no, decide later. I haven't made the other items yet, so I'll simply hit decide later. So that means you can come back to him when you have the other items made. You don't have to select yes or no, you can just do decide later, and then that's it. So now he will just stay and wait for me to give him 6 more. So basically that's what I do from 30 to 35, and that's what I have been doing. So far I've done it for Blacksmith, Goldsmith, Leatherworker. I'm now working on it for Carpenter. I will do the same thing with all of them and get them all to 35. I believe that the next town after this will be the Observatorium in Central Corpus. So that will be the next town for 35 to 40, which I'll come to in the next crafting video. So anyway, I wanted to keep it brief. The main change in this video compared to the last one is the fact that you also get standard synthesis and a new location. So I hope you find it useful. I hope the Mithrie method is working for you. Let me know below in the comments if you have tried it and if it does work for you, the same order as mine. And if you have any comments or suggestions or refinements for the method. And I hope to see you soon. I do appreciate all the comments, and I do reply to all of them, as you might see on my other videos. So feel free to comment, ask questions, and give nice feedback. And yeah, so anyway, so that's it from me. So goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie.